Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're regular here, you know I review many photographic, audio and video related products. Well, today we're taking a look at a microphone. I actually review quite a few microphones, but this is a microphone specifically designed for podcasters, for voiceover artists, for people that need a microphone to go straight into your computer, for doing those sort of recordings. And we're looking at today the Joby Wavo Pod. The Joby Wavo Pod that you see here, this is the Joby Wavo Pod's box it comes in. And it's actually a great microphone. I think this microphone really is in competition to two other microphones, and that is the Blue Yeti and the Rode NT1 USB Mini, something like that. I like the Joby. I think the Joby is a really nice design, and I like its colour scheme, funnily enough. I do like the bright red pop filter it's got on the top here, a really nice pop filter on the top there. I've actually fitted another one. You have to buy that separately. It's a shame really it didn't come in the box with it, because this particular microphone, as I said, it's a USB-C microphone, although it does come with both cables. It comes with a USB-C to C cable, also a USB-C to USB 1 cable. I'm using the latter because my iMac I've got here hasn't got USB-C ports, and it's great that they've provided both cables, and it's a really long cable, so you don't have to be that close to the computer to be able to use it. Now, I'm actually hoping to be able to use the audio for this video from this Joby microphone. That would be the whole concept of doing this video, so you can actually hear what the audio quality is like. Now, I think you can tell from this camera over my shoulder, I'm not speaking, well, I'm speaking into the microphone, but I'm not sat right over it. I'm not sat over it like you would if you're doing podcasting, particularly if you're not doing video podcasting. If you're doing just audio podcasting, you might be sat, right in front of a microphone like this. And I think that's more designed, for the way it would be used. And this pop filter is great because that will help with the plosives. That will help with, the P's and the S's and all that kind of vocabulary, as it were. And it's great that you can leave it permanently on the microphone. I think that's really, really good. Now, the actual settings on the microphone, it's got omnidirectional as well as directional. So on the front here, you've got your directional button, lights up blue, and you've got your omnidirectional, which would be picking up. So if I switch over to omnidirectional, you will hear a difference in sound quality. So we switch it to omnidirectional. Now that's going to pick up sound from both sides. If you look on this microphone here, I've fitted the two pop filters. You can see that there's two on there. You've got one on the front here and one on the other side. So and that is great. If you've got two people talking, so you have got somebody sat on the other side of the desk, you can actually pick up the sound of both of them. But I'm going to go back to directional because there is only me here. So we switch that back to directional. Now tilt it towards me, you'll get better sound quality because it is now picking up the directional sound of my voice going into the microphone. And I can't see any reason that you would want to use this microphone without its pop filters. I think that is a great feature that they've provided that, and I love the colour of it. I just think that's really, really handy. So you've got your omnidirectional and directional button on the front of the microphone, as I said, which is just there. So just tap that and that will switch between omnidirectional and directional. And you've got a button here. Let's unmute that. So that basically, when it goes red, it will be muted. Blue, that's unmuted. So that's great. If you need to mute the microphone quickly while you're doing a podcast, you can certainly do that, and that's a really handy little feature of this particular microphone. The sound quality of this microphone should be really good. In fact, this is the first time I've really used it. Obviously I've tested it, had a little play with it, but I've not actually used it in earnest, as it were, and this will be the first time that I'm actually using it in earnest. I can see on my audio levels here, looking at Atom. What am I using? Amadeus Pro on my iMac. You can see here that the audio levels are looking pretty good. And obviously I can adjust those audio levels, afterwards. But it does look like those audio levels are really good. They'd probably be even better if I was sat closer to the microphone. You're going to get better sound quality. But I think even at this distance, the sound quality should be fine. I am actually recording audio using my Kamika wireless microphone, but I won't be using that. The whole concept of this is to use the sound coming off the Joby Wavo pod. These manufacturers do come up with some bizarre names for their products, but it's the Joby Wavo pod USB-C microphone. The other feature that I do like, they've actually printed on the side here, I don't know how easy that is to see, on the side here they've printed what microphone is the correct one for which use, if that makes sense. So a little arrow here, but this is the directional end. If you want to use the directional microphone, make sure you've got it pointing that way. And if you're using an omnidirectional, turn it that way. You can see there, that'll be my sound. See, now the sound is going to disappear a bit because I'm talking now behind the microphone, but you can see the arrows there, we're pointing omnidirectional. So let's turn that back so we get the better sound quality. So that is, the main features of this particular microphone. It works with pretty much any audio software that you've got on your computer. Just make sure you go into preferences and you do select the correct mic input and the correct output for monitoring the sound. It has got a headphone jack in the bottom here, so you can actually plug your headphones into the bottom of the unit for direct monitoring, so that is great. Now and it's also no latency, so what you hear is the sound coming directly from the microphone, so you can tell if it's popping, you can tell if it's distorting purely by using the headphones plugged directly into the microphone. Now I see a downside to that though, is it's just one downside. You're monitoring what the microphone is picking up, but you're not monitoring what is actually being recorded on your computer. So just be conscious of that. It's a direct feed from the microphone to the headsets. If there's a break in communication between the microphone and the computer, you won't know. I know you can set the computer to feed back the signal back into the headphones, so that's quite interesting. So you can listen to what the computer is recording, but I believe the experiments I've tried, there is a latency. It's very minor, but there is more like an echo, and it's a bit disconcerting. So I tend to use it for direct monitoring as opposed to it feeding it back through the system into the microphone. But yeah, that is the Joby Wavo pod, nicely made. It comes with its stand, and it's fully adjustable as well. You can lock it off, a fully adjustable stand. I don't want to touch it too much because otherwise there's going to be noise coming through, handling noise as it were. Yeah, nicely made stand. It's a shame that you have to pay an extra 10 quid for the other pop filter if there's two of you talking. As you can see, I have actually fitted both my pop filters to it. That is you can see that there's the main one, and then I've got the other one on the other side, as I said earlier, and that is great if there is two of you talking. But yeah, very, very nicely made product, very easy to use. This plug and play. There's no specific software you need to use it with. And as I say, I really do hope the sound quality of this is going to be really good. Now, this isn't a soundproofed room. This is my normal studio where I do my filming. It's actually my office as well. So there's no soundproofing on the walls. It's not a studio for sound recording. So if this microphone works, pretty decently in this environment and from this distance, I'm not talking directly into it as you would if you were podcasting. So I think if it works like this, this is a great microphone. I'm not so sure I would use it for video production. because it's not flexible enough. It's not designed to be flexible for that sort of purpose. But if if you really do need to, I think you can use it. I'm using it for producing this video, so you can use it. I think it looks really attractive as well. I think it's the most attractive looking microphone on set if you need microphones on set for your podcast, because a lot of people now are filming their podcasts for YouTube as well as for podcasting. So I think if that's what you're doing, this looks really attractive. It's a really attractive looking microphone. And looking here, if I look at this angle here, you can see there that's an attractive looking piece of kit with a bright red pop filter. I love that. That was one of the things that attracted me to buy it. I thought I want to buy this, and I want to demo it. I want to see what it can do. But at the end of the day, the sound quality is really, really important. Well, obviously, of course it's really important. You don't buy microphones for their looks. You buy microphones for picking up the sound and doing a good job. As I say, I've got my Comica wireless microphone. I find the sound quality of them is really good. I'm always recording backup audio as well on my main camera, which is the ZFC. That's the Nikon ZFC. That's got its 40mm full frame lens on. That's the main camera, and that's got my Rode my Rode Video Mic Go 2, or something like that it's called, as picking up secondary audio on that camera. And I've got my Sony a6600 as a wide camera, again with another Rode microphone, and that is the Rode NTG, the Rode Video Mic NTG. All these model numbers do get me really confused because I've got so many of them. But that's the secondary camera, the Sony a6600 with the Sigma 18-50 lens, and the Rode NTG mic. And then I've got an over-shoulder camera here, my Canon M50 Mark II, with just using the built-in microphones of the camera to pick up the audio for syncing. So there we go. That is a quick look and a quick listen to the Joby Wavo Pod microphone. As I say, if you do want to use it in the omnidirectional mode, basically the microphone, there's two mics, one either side, but you will need to buy separately the pop filter for the other side, and then you're off to go, as it were. And so it comes with the USB-C leads. It is USB-C powered, so you don't have to put batteries in or get other power adapters or whatever. It takes its power from the computer. That's great. So it is literally plug and play, like the other USB microphones that I've used and I've purchased in the past. So I think I'll be using this microphone as long as I'm happy with the audio. I find the interesting thing is you guys and gals will hear the audio quality pretty much the same time as I have. Although, as I say, I did do a test recording just to make sure it works all right, and it was nice and clean sound. I was really, really impressed with it. So there we go. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you found this video useful. It's only a short video on the Joby Wavo Pod. I mean, Joby are much more renowned for their sort of gorilla pods and their tripods than they are for audio gear, but I see that they've introduced wireless microphones. If Joby are watching this, which I very much doubt they will get to see it, but if they do get to see it, it'd be lovely if they sent me some of their kit for me to have a play with and review. That'd be great. I actually purchased this. Vast majority of my reviews are of kit that I've purchased, so nobody has told me what to say. I'm saying it because I really enjoy what I do, and I say I've purchased this with my own money, so what I say is genuine. So there we go. Thanks very much for watching. Stay tuned for more videos relating to video and photography and audio podcasting, and if you do want to subscribe, that'd be fantastic. That really helps me grow the channel, and I really appreciate that. And hit the like button if you like the content of this video, and please leave comments in the comment section. I'm not an audio engineer, I'm not an audio expert. What I listen to in audio is microphones that can just give me a nice clean sound without too much effort, and I'm not into equalization and all that sort of important stuff. I try to avoid that like the plague if I can, very much like color grading. I'm not into color grading, so I set my cameras to not automatic settings, but I don't use log profiles. So There we go. Thanks very much for watching and stay tuned for more. Cheers for now. Bye.